I've been here before, I know the lines. I've been here before, I've seen the sky fall, the sky fall on me. The waves are coming up, they paralyze. The fear is breaking in, it's no surprise, no, but it's tries though. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. No turning back, no turning back. Where do we go from here? Look in my eyes. There's a spark that we don't need to hide, no. Don't hide it, no. Yeah, bullets in the gun, we pay the price. We must overcome, it's time to rise up. Rise up. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. No turning back. No, we're not turning back. Hypocrites try to get up on me. Demons come, they'll try to harm me. Try to hide, but I think they saw me. But I ain't giving up, no, no. My real friends, they all know the flaw in me. Hate to text, hit me, can you call me? Here I go, new day upon me. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we rise. This is the reason we rise, we rise. This is the reason we
It's round 12 of the Shake and Bake Cup Series, brought to you by Heroes United Sim Racing. Tonight's race will be downtown Chicago at the Chicago Street Course for this tricky street course. I'm Zachary Evans. Alongside me is Dwayne, and we are in for a fun one and probably disastrous one here at Chicago Street for the second of the doubleheaders this week.
Oh, absolutely. First street course ever tackled here at the Shake and Bake Cup Series, and we're in a very limited amount of drivers, only about 8 entries this race, so this could shake up the standings quite a lot, especially including this one with 4 races left in the regular season. It's going to be a very, very interesting one so far. We've heard from a lot of people in practice that this is by far one of, if not the hardest challenge so far this season, maybe across all 3 seasons so far. Such a difficult track with all those tight walls and the bumpy roads. It's going to be definitely a hard one to manage as practice is coming to an end and we get ready to kick off qualifying. I expect a chaotic one here tonight, but again, road course, so there won't be a lot of cautions thrown, but we'll see how the drivers tackle it. Again, only 8 drivers this race. So, but here we go, qualifying going underway. Let's see how this one goes.
Yeah, I'm very interested. There are 2 drivers I definitely have my eye on between the 77 of Gino Zito and the 2 of Michael Egermont. Those 2 are basically neck and neck on lap time. So we'll see who can get the pole and go from there.
Of course, the 2 road racers that have been looking very, very strong here so far, at least in practice, but we can't forget about the other road racer, and that's Harold Wilson. We'll see if he can bring anything to the table. Out of those 3, I feel like Harold is by far the one that has least put on the practice time, but we'll see. He can do anything unexpected here. And of course, all 3 of these drivers have something to offer here at the table. Michael Egermont currently 5th in the standings, looking for his first win ever of the Shake and Bake Cup Series. Gino Zito currently sitting below the cut line, so he is hoping to make an improvement out of this to put him into the hunt for the cup. And also, if he wins this, he would once again make history by being the only driver with at least 1 race win across all 3 of the seasons thus far. And of course, Harold Wilson, the current championship leader, has the championship lead by a lead of 53 points. So he's looking to make this 3 wins this season.
Yeah, here we go. Michael's starting his first lap.
Let's try to ride him here on board.
Missed turn 1 a little bit there. Decent out of 2.
Gotta be very careful with these walls, this bumpy road. It is so hard to manage it here. You see they're next to the wall. The Gino Zito with a purple sector though.
Yeah, he's looking pretty clean from what I've seen so far.
Rocking that 77 Roxy scheme once again.
Beautiful.
See who beats it. Gino with a purple and yellow sector. Michael with 2 greens.
Yeah, I think missing turn 1 is definitely going to hurt Michael here.
No one down a lap time so far. Still 2 laps, but of course an increased time limit. Here comes the first few laps.
Gino goes provisional with a 29.
Zito up on the board. What is Michael's response, if any?
I'm guessing his lap time was disallowed. Must have hit the wall.
Oh, and he
and
spins
he's spinning
there.
out.
He spins it.
Yeah, it's tough for Michael, but we do remember that he is going to have an EOL regardless of where he qualifies because of his profanity that was heard on the broadcast last week.
He did get a EOL penalty for that and a 25K fine. So he's just basically doing this to try and grab the pole position point, but unfortunately we'll be serving that EOL. Keith Hume as well, also serving a penalty after Chicagoland. Even though he did pick up the win, he will grab a drive-through penalty for avoidable contact. Charlie Jones, though, putting it on the board. And Stefan
Wilson's
Wagner.
about to complete his lap.
Charlie Jones third. Stefan Wagner goes second. Gets past Jones. Still no one touching Zito, though. Oh, and Harold
Wilson
spins
just
it.
hit the wall.
He spins it, and that will be a game
That'll
over
be his
for
first
his lap
lap.
time.
He'll have to rebound for lap 2.
Gino with a minute and 29.33. Keith Hume on the board. Up to second he goes. A minute and 32. Still no one being able to beat Gino.
Davin, P2.
Thornhill. Thornhill goes up now to P2 with a minute and 31, but still no one in the 20s except for Gino Zito.
I think we'll have Harold in his last lap. I don't believe Dominic or Michael are going to qualify anymore.
Michael, of course, got the EOL, so that doesn't really matter for him. As for Dom, we did hear that,
Harold's going to abandon his lap.
yeah, he hit the wall there, so that was going to be a lap abandon regardless. He's going to try again, though. But as for Dom, we did hear that his strategy for tonight was just to try and stay in the back and avoid all contact. Because you know for a fact contact's going to happen here. Whether it's wall contact or self-spins, you know that there's going to be something somewhere.
Oh, for sure. The main thing of this race is really not even being fast. It's really just staying off the wall because this is so tight around here.
You see that car already, the 62 of Keith Hume, bouncing around all over the place. That just goes to show how bumpy this street course really is. Lean out of the final corner, though. Second lap time. Can he improve? No. No, he cannot. He will stay in third. And I believe that will be the end of qualifying. Harold Wilson. Oh, big hit by Hume there into the tire barrier. But yeah, I believe that will be the end of qualifying. Harold Wilson doesn't put up a time. Neither does Michael Egermont. Neither does Dominic Luba. And that will be the end. Let's see and try and confirm the drivers here.
Yep. Yeah.
All right, there we go. We got a confirmation, so we are gonna advance here to get this thing started.
Dwayne, for this EOL, do you want me to do it now or do you want me to do it before green? Copy.
Very honestly excited to see how Michael Egermont will make his way through the chaos and try to catch the pink 77 of Gino Zito.
Oh,
take an
absolutely.
EOL? Yeah, because I'm up here in the middle of this and I don't want to wreck it.
Keith Hume
I have to
voluntarily
take,
takes an 8
drive
EOL. Honestly, probably smart so he can stay out of the messing that'll probably happen in turn 1 when somebody brakes way too hard and locks up.
Alrighty, here we go. Gino Zito on pole position. Alongside him will be Davin Thornhill, followed by Keith Hume, who just grabbed an EOL. It's a willing EOL, so this was his choice. He's going to go to the back of the pack. Then it's going to be Stefan Wagner, followed by Charlie Jones, Harold Wilson, Michael Egermont, and Dominic Luba. So Michael will also grab the EOL, so it will be Egermont and Hume at the back. Remember, Keith Hume still has to serve that drive-through penalty. But here we go. Things gonna be very challenging here tonight.
I guess so. Oh,
Some rules not altered here. No choose cone in play tonight.
yeah, it's because I'm in the pits. I tried gridding and
So,
then it
yeah,
let
here
me
we go.
grid, but then put me in the pits.
Dominic Luba looks like he voluntarily starting from the pits. Might be a decent call to
Dwayne, since
miss
I'm
all the
already
turn
back
1
past,
chaos.
is that EOL serve or I have to wait for him to come out the pits?
I'll try to get some words with our pole sitter here in a second.
Alrighty.
Hey, Gino Zito, this is Zachary with the guys in the booth. You got us?
Try that one more time.
Yeah, let's see if we can get him up here.
Hey, Gino Zito, this is the guys in the booth. You got us?
Don't know if we'll have
Hey,
him.
Gino, they're trying to talk to you, man.
Hello?
There we go.
Yeah, Gino. Up on the pole. How are we feeling?
Honestly, I didn't think it was going to be enough, but we're here. Just going to try to control the race and see where it goes from there. We got a long race ahead of us, so just see how the race goes and go from there, honestly. Like I said.
Yeah, you're going to have to try and avoid all that chaos behind you. Keep it up front, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you.
See if he
Wise
can
words
turn.
from Gino there.
Let's see if he can turn that pole position into a race winning here to make history here in the Shake and Bake Cup Series presented by Heroes United. Everyone cruising single file so far, so I'm guessing they're gonna wait until the last bit here so we can go double file, but
We aren't going double or pit road here, right?
no pit road today. Gonna be very long track, so we're just gonna go ahead and roll with it. But here we go. Let's see how we
Green
go
flag
from
in the
here.
air. Gotta see a lot of carefulness or a lot of aggression in turn one. Looks like everyone's decently careful through one.
So far, so good.
Luba's coming off pit road after starting on pit road.
And we go immediately single file.
Yeah, I really want to see how Egremant's going to work his way up to the front. I know he can do it. It's just a matter of being patient and taking passes when you know you can take them.
Everyone's still single file. Here comes Harold Wilson looking to the inside of Wagner. He
comes-
will take that spot.
Egremont going to the inside of Hume.
A little bit of
He hits
contact
him
there.
just a little bit, but he has the position. Hume will concede.
Especially at this track, you have to concede spots. It's no longer a want, it's a need, not only for the other driver but for your survival here as well. Any little bit of contact, especially through those tight corners, hitting the wall, that's gonna screw you up big time.
Harold through Davin for second.
Another big great move there. Harold putting that road course racecraft to work. As here comes Keith Hume. He's going to take the drive-through penalty here.
Yeah, honestly, if you were going to have a penalty, this is the track I would want it at.
Oh, absolutely. This is basically a freebie for Keith Hume. He can just take this penalty and just cruise the rest of the race and not only serve the penalty here, but get a pretty decent amount of points. Take advantage of the drivers not being here.
As Stefan Wagner gets through Davin for third.
We haven't really seen much of Stefan Wagner on road courses, but so far he's putting on the show. Very excited to see how we continue on here, tackling the first ever street course here at the Shake and Bake Cup Series presented by Heroes United.
Yeah, there's a A lot of drivers towards the back that I'm watching are taking it super easy. So hopefully they don't end up wrecking themselves and we can have 38 laps to the finish.
Yeah, like we said earlier, obviously taking it easy here as expected. Patience is key here. If you're off the pace, it could be dangerous, but just a matter of letting those guys through and just scoring some easy points here.
Egremont is catching Davin. He's within about 7 car lengths.
To the inside of Thornhill, Egremont
Easy pass. Davin lets him go.
gets past on his team owner.
Michael up to 4th. He's about 9 seconds off Gino. Let's see if he can run him down.
Spin there in the
Field
back.
is
Charlie Jones spun. It's a single car
always
spin,
coming
though.
back up the track.
You gotta be careful of those there. Luba's gonna get by. Hume's gonna get by. No caution called. We're gonna keep it rolling here. Michael Egremont gonna set the fastest lap time, 1 minute and 29.75 for the number 2.
Yeah, it just proves you some of these guys are taking it easy. From what I was hearing earlier, 127s are pretty fast here. So these drivers being almost 2 seconds off of what they were running in open practice earlier.
And we were talking about Cito and Egremont, but like I said earlier, don't count out that 83 Harold Wilson.
Oh yeah, he is
Catching up to
running
Gino.
him down.
The road course racers are gonna have an absolute field day here.
As way deep in the pack, Dominic's gonna let Keith Hume go for 7th.
Egremont right there at the back of Stefan Wagner.
Yeah, if he can keep up this pace, I expect him to catch him down the backstretch. He gained almost 2 seconds on that lap. So he's either going to get him here or on the front stretch.
What about
Looks
Wilson
like he might be
here?
too far back.
Still trying to catch up to that 77.
Gotta wonder if Gino's just managing his stuff, just, you know, not pushing too hard, just trying to keep it off the walls.
I believe you mentioned this, but he did say that he got a little sloppy, a little rusty. He didn't practice for 2 days. So he's trying to get that back up here.
Yeah, from what I heard personally, he said he just wasn't having fun, but I would be having so much fun right now out there seeing nothing outside my front windshield.
Oh, Michael Egremont spins. He's going to have to make that up all over again.
He's coming down pit road,
He's
it seems.
coming down pit road.
Let me see if I can take a look at what might have happened.
Big mistake by the number 2.
Oh, he got too greedy. Got on the gas way too early and just locked the tires up.
Here's a quick replay of what happened with Michael Egremont.
He'll come down pit road after that, and he'll get some fresh tires and hopefully be on a different strategy than Gino. If he can't catch him on raw speed, maybe he can catch him on a different strategy.
Only one fast break here, 3 overtimes like always. However, with the new imposed rules soon coming in, only 4 tires, so 4 sets of tires for this race only, no longer unlimited tire changes. So we'll see if that adds anything to this race, but definitely going to be a big major factor going into future races.
Yeah, I'm thinking Gino might have stepped up the heat a little, I think he was seeing too much of Harold in his mirror. I think he picked up the pace just a little bit.
Yeah, that gap's slowly increasing now for the 77 and the 83.
Yeah, it was 0.8 of a second. It's now 3 seconds, over 3 seconds now.
And this would be a big, big stepping stone for Gino, not only for the record that we mentioned, but Gino is currently sitting about third below the cut line. And the ones in front of him are Noah Lane and Braden Barlow, and both of them are not here. So Zito can quickly take advantage of this, as well as Heath Williams, who's currently the number 9 seed. He's also not here. So Gino could take up the final spot so far, moving down Williams and getting past both Lane and Barlow here to try and make it into the hunt for the cup.
Deeper in the field, Egermont passing Luba for 6th.
Oh, and
and Egermont's going to spin.
Bends it out of, I believe that's turn 1.
A lot of key mistakes for Egermont here. He's supposed to be fast. He's got to put it all together. He got to be fast and clean.
That's 2 mistakes now, but he's got to keep that calm and collective. Do not afford any mistakes. Just try and get your head in the game. Try to avoid that as much as possible while still being pretty patient.
Yeah, I think we keep having self spins and stuff. We're gonna have lap traffic
big wreck in the
eventually.
back. Thornhill straight into the tire barrier on the final corner. And he's gonna
He'll make it down pit road.
Yeah, he's gonna quickly abandon that and go straight down pit road. That was a big, big hit. Here's a quick replay of that. Over the bridge, going into the final turn, just has way too much gas into the corner. And actually barely misses the tire barrier, but he will go into the wall.
Yeah, that's just trying to brake later and later, trying to gain time. And when you keep braking too late, you're going to lock up and you're going to basically do what I did in the DSA Watkins Glen race, and you're going to send it way too hard.
Keith Hume going to pass Thornhill here as Thornhill sits on pit road, so Hume will move to 4th. Egermont now moves to 5th. Luba now to 6th.
Egermont just gets past Dominic Luba there. Looks like Luba let him go.
Minor incident in the back in the same corner that his team owner had. Charlie Jones hits the barrier on the final turn.
Yeah, he's still on pit road here, so coming off now.
Probably didn't want to take his fast repair. Just manually fix that in case something worse happens.
Oh, we got lap traffic now. Charlie Jones is only 10 car lengths in front of Gino. Charlie's going to get out of the way of the leader.
And Davin is going to be right in between Harold and Gino here. So now double lap traffic for Harold Wilson here.
Yeah, if Davin, I think Davin might have been keeping pace with what Harold was running. So if he can keep that pace, then he's not going to hold up Harold.
This is going to so heavily, greatly affect Gino here. It's now a 5-second gap with Harold. So it was a 2-second gap normally, then Harold closed it. And now it's a 5-second gap, more than it ever was, and it keeps increasing. Had some minor contact there, it seems. Oh, they
Looks
both
like
went to
Harold's going to be inside of Davin, and Davin's going to let him go.
Gotta let him go there, of course. Blue flag being shown to that number 5. Oh,
Gino
and Davin.
is on a straightaway by himself. He is loving this.
Another big mistake for Egremont. Goes into the tire barrier.
Yeah, he's had a rough couple weeks. I know he was expecting to try and win this race today, but he needs to get out of his own head and just run a clean race, and the speed will come with that.
Here's the replay of what happened with Egremont. Oh, just looked like he had too much speed, and that's gonna look like big, heavy damage to that right front end of the number 2.
Stefan Wagner's catching the 2 lap cars in front of him, which they're battling for position, so this might get pretty interesting here, trying to make passes here. Got to be really careful. Charlie's gonna smack the wall a little bit.
And now
Through goes Davin, through goes Wagner.
An 11-second gap between Zito and Wilson. And I mean, this is pretty much over if Gino can just keep this up.
Yeah, but you got to think that this track is so tight, even one slight mistake and you're in the wall.
Oh, absolutely. And of course, these tires, they did say how well you can manage them, and they all said that you can manage about 20 laps on these tires. So if that does account for them, then you would have to come in at least once under green, which can be the deciding key factor here for those up front.
Gino's catching the hometown boy, Dominic Luba. Second race in a row in Chicago for Dominic.
Once again, another hometown race. However, he said that he was much more looking to Chicagoland than the Chicago street course. Just very unfortunate that he wasn't able to pick up the win 2 days ago. And he's gonna slowly become lap traffic here of Zito as Dominic Luba
He'll go down pit road.
will go down pit road here.
Yeah, you look at the ticker over there. There's only 3 cars that are not 1 second from or a minute from the leader.
Oh boy.
So soon here we might only have 3 cars on the lead lap, so we'll see how that shakes things up.
And that's gonna change right now. Stefan Wagner going down pit road.
Wonder if this is a strategy or did he may have damage. I mean, I can see a little bit of damage on the right front.
Harold putting the pedal to the metal to try and catch up to Zito here.
I can confirm that Dominic Luba has parked his car on pit road and stepped out.
Luba out of this race. And of course, we said it was going to be challenging, so we might see that more here, but it is what it is. I mean, too much of a challenge. I do not blame I do not blame these drivers at all.
Yeah, whenever I was practicing earlier, I probably would have quit earlier than that, but well, lucky for him, this isn't a full field. There's only 8 drivers in here, so he'll still gain a lot of points on the drivers that didn't race today.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, just showing up is a big deal with how low driver count we have today, and Dominic Luba is sitting at about, I believe, 7th in the standings, so he's good to go for the hunt for the cup as of right now.
Big moment right here. Michael Egermont and Gino Zito are on the same straightaway. Michael Egermont, I believe, is going to fight his tail off to stay on this lead lap to catch Gino, which he's got to go all the way around again to catch him. So Egermont's going to have to pick up the pace.
But once again, got to keep in mind those blue flags are going to be in full display. So you got to really pick up the pace here. You're going to get that blue flag. You're going to have to force them to let them by. And it's going to be very, very hard to recover your lap time, especially with how Zito is running it here so far.
For sure. Looks like he's keeping decent pace right now. I mean, I know Michael has the pace. He just has to keep it on the track and going straight. Don't look in the mirror. Just drive out the front windshield and focus on your race.
Oh, Egermont, crucial mistake there. Knocked the tire barrier.
Still going, though. I wonder if he has any damage from that. Oh, he's going to give a love tap to the outside wall.
Doesn't look like he has any damage, so I believe you will be good to go. Oh, Thornhill with a big spin.
Yeah, Davin spinning. I think that's turn 4 over there. Probably got in a little too hot.
So we'll have 25 to go here. And I mean, you can just tell the absolute pace that he is putting that 77 through.
Oh, sure. I mean, like I've said many, many times, you can see Egermont has the pace to even pull away from Gino, but he just keeps making mistakes. He just has to cut those out, and he'll stay on the lead lap and have a chance to fight for the win, possibly if Gino messes up at some point.
It is all about endurance. Of course, you can have no one behind you, have a pretty decent gap, but you still gotta endure those 38 laps. Still gotta make sure that you make no mistakes in any of those runs. How consistent can you keep up these lap times?
Yeah, what I'm telling, Harold's probably running around the same lap times as Gino. The gap really isn't changing much. Gino's got about a 10-second gap on second place right now.
Egermont, though, gonna set the fastest lap time of the race once again with 1 minute and 29.08.
He can do that. He can be clear of having that pink car in his rearview mirror.
He 100% has the pace. He just hasn't been that consistent. Been doing multiple mistakes, so he just gotta keep that in check. And if he does that, then he'll surely be a force to be reckoned with here.
Definitely a lot cleaner than I thought this was going to be. I know there's less drivers, but I honestly expected more than what we've already had.
Might have
As Charlie
underestimated.
Jones will come down pit road.
Might have underestimated these road course racers a little bit.
Maybe because I watched myself practice earlier. Would it be?
Sure would have been way more chaotic if we had more drivers in here.
Well, still Gino Zito out front. Gonna have Harold Wilson second, Stefan Wagner third, Edgar Mons fourth. First car, one lap down, Keith Hume on pit road at the moment. Davin Thornhill is sixth, Charlie Jones seventh, and Dominic Luba, the only car out of the race, in eighth, 5 laps down. That's your rundown of the field at the moment.
See there earlier while you were doing the rundown, Gino kind of knocked the wall there, but I believe he is still good to go. Nothing has changed whatsoever. See how?
Yeah, we're coming up on halfway in a couple laps, about 2-3 laps from now. See what kind of strategy these guys are going to have, if they're going to split it halfway.
Keith Hume on pit road. Davin Thornhill is going to take advantage of that, and Thornhill is going to move into the top 5.
Oh, I'm seeing another driver out of his car. Keith Hume has retired the car.
And very, very unfortunate. You can tell that he tried his best, served the penalty and everything. Yeah, you can see that Charlie Jones is going to get the pass on him now. Very, very unfortunate for the 62, but he will get the penalty legally served, so he at least got that done with it.
Yeah, it sucks. Couldn't go 2 for 2 in the double headers. Remember, he won Monday at Chicagoland.
If he went 2 for 2 and won it here and beat Zito, Wilson, and Egremont, I would have been absolutely shocked. And I believe here in Season 3, this is the most amount of race winners that we've had this season. And there hasn't been a single driver so far that has won 3 races this season. That is insane. Only 3 repeat winners this season. Those being Heath Williams, Harold Wilson, and Keith Hume.
From the races that I've broadcasted so far, there's really been no dominant guy like we've had Gino today. Everybody's usually had their shot up at the front, but Gino's just a different animal today.
And that was the case last season. You saw the same guys multiple times at the front. We can talk Davin Thornhill. We can talk Harold Wilson. Hell, we can even talk Jaden Newsom, who's not with us anymore. But so far this season has been just constantly a different driver. Every single race they're at the front. It's been unbelievable.
Yeah, as our field slowly dwindles down from 8, we now only have 6 cars on track at the moment.
Oh, Harold Wilson looks like he lost it a little bit there. that gap has drastically increased between Zito and Wilson.
Egremond's finally gotten into a rhythm here. He's a little bit pulling away from Gino here. As long as he can keep it clean, I think he can have a shot to at least finish on the lead lap.
And not only that, but see if you can catch up in front of him. Stefan Wagner here. See if he can get into the top 3.
Yeah, I mean, he's only 7 seconds back at the moment. Less than that. He's catching him. Yeah, this track is really just a rhythm track. Once you get it like 2 or 3 times, you'll do the same thing over and over again. It's really hard to make a mistake after you're in a rhythm at a road course.
And I mean, you're seeing that right now with Gino. Just absolutely putting consistent lap times. As Stefan Wagner made a crucial mistake. And now here comes Egremont. Wagner has big damage.
Oh, he's got big damage. Left front is torn up on that car.
Egremont gets passed by. Wagner will take that down pit road.
Let's see if we can take a look to see what happened. I think it's going to be right here before over the tunnel.
Right there, that little swimming pool section just goes straight into the outside wall. You can see that fender already coming off, and that last big hit onto the tire barrier is what will do it.
Big hit.
Meatball flag was being shown. Egremont will just take the clean, easy pass around the outside to claim a spot inside the top 3.
Von Wagner's having a lot of trouble even trying to get into his bed box. Finally gets it there. Looks like Davin's going to get him here. Across the line.
And he absolutely will. Actually, I believe this will give Davin a chance to unlap himself. Oh no, there he goes. Yep, Davin up to P4.
Davin up to 4th. I believe that pink 77 is getting bigger in that 2's mirror just little by little.
I mean, if you're Michael here, you see the incident that just happened with Wagner. Thornhill is about a lap or so behind. Or actually, he is still a couple seconds behind, but you can just try and cruise here a little bit.
Yeah, I'm still not letting that 77 by. My pride would be down if I did that. I gotta finish on the lead lap at least.
See if he can hold it for the last 18 laps that we have here.
And Michael is catching Charlie Jones ahead of him. Hopefully he can get through him easily. Charlie's probably about almost 10 seconds slower than our leader, so hopefully he'll just go ahead and get out of the way.
Yeah, not the best race for Charlie Jones. Has been quite off pace. But even so, he's already made it to P6. Could be a good points day. Better than what he expected coming out of this race.
I believe Charlie Jones had just passed Stefan Wagner for 5th now. Haven't really seen any pit stops going on for the 10 car. I'm wondering if he's done or just fixing all his damage. Gino now catching the lap car of Charlie.
17 laps to go. We'll see if Gino can get by him easily. Shouldn't be a problem for the 77. Ooh, gotta be careful though. This is the problem with dealing with. Oh, Jones.
Yeah,
Gets-
I did hear Gino come over the radio. He did say he was gonna kind of follow Charlie until Charlie could get out of the way, but you see as Charlie go ahead and jumps out of the way immediately, not trying to hold up our leader at all.
I believe, at least to me, it did look like a mistake there. Looks like he got maybe loose on that little swimming pool section, and that's what caused Gino to just take the inside. Could have been very risky, so great action there taken by Gino to just get that over with to avoid any unnecessary contact.
Yeah, he probably got jump scared by the dinosaur in his rear view.
I would be too if I saw him going at that pace.
Well, I was gonna wait for pit stops, but I'm not sure where they're going. How about we crank it up for a little bit?
Why not? As we Egremont here approaching Thornhill. So Thornhill may be going a lap down to Egremont here, but let's go ahead and take it over with some shake and bake, crank it up action presented by Logitech. Take it away.
Pit stops. Leaders on pit road.
There we go. Gino Cito coming down pit road. Will it be enough for Harold to take the lead here?
Oh, Charlie spins right in front of Gino.
Could have been very dangerous.
There's another roadblock in the road for the drivers at the moment. Does look like he gets it flipped back around. He's going the right direction again.
Gino goes down pit road, gets his stop in, but now Harold Wilson is right behind him.
Yeah, I believe Wilson's gonna have to stop at some point, but maybe he can get all up in Gino's mirror and force Gino to make a mistake on these cold tires that he's on.
It is gonna get very interesting now. The two buddies at Bottom Split Bandits. The two road course racers. Oh, big mistake for Michael Egremont. It looks like he has a ton of damage and he's gonna have to tow it. He tows the number 2. And he's gonna lose
for him.
He's gonna lose the top 3 spot here. Dive is gonna take over the top 3 once again.
Oh, that's gonna put 2 cars on the lead lap now.
Oh, big,
Harold and Gino.
big loose moment there for Harold Wilson coming out of the final corner.
Yeah, he lost a ton of time. Any chance he had at overtaking Gino is almost but out the window. I mean, he's still not too far back. He got that time, but I think we can safely assume that Stefan Wagner is out of this race. Haven't seen that car move in a while, so we'll have 5 cars in the race now.
Oh, Harold, big spin into the tire barrier.
Oh, he gets it rolling.
He gets it rolling, but that's the end of the gap.
Yeah, he just came in a little bit too hard, smacked that back in on the tires, and there it went.
And as for Wagner, I believe he just had way too much damage, so even if he does get that car back rolling, he's going to be hella laps down in comparison to Charlie Jones, who's P5. And we will just get about 11 laps to go now, so going to be very, very rough for him to get any positions here. Harold Wilson going to come down pit road after that. So this is the 2 of Egremont. Oh, just rolls it on turn 2, hits the barrier, clips the wall, he just decides to tow it. As for Harold Wilson,
He'll get service and he'll get out of pit road. Harold Wilson's off.
just goes spinning straight into the barrier. Nothing he could do there.
Gino's gonna be in a different zip code from anybody on track.
Once again, and he basically got a free pit stop from that, so this is over.
Davin's on pit road at the moment.
This will just be a battle for the last 2 spots inside the top 3.
I think you take a look at any of these cars out here on the racetrack. There's only a couple of them that ain't gonna be totally damaged.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Davin's off pit road now.
I believe
He
Egremont
will.
has a lot of damage to repair there.
Yeah, Davin will be third now after he just passed Egremont on pit road. And I just got word. Michael Egremont currently now out of this race.
Oh, no.
Practiced so much for this race just to end in a DNF.
Down to P5 he will go. Another position gained for Charlie Jones, just cruising.
Yeah, honestly, if I was in this race, I probably would have not pushed it. I mean, Charlie Jones has made a couple mistakes, but even just keeping it off the walls, he's gaining positions like all these other drivers wrecking out, and he can go as many laps down as he wants and keep gaining points.
Jones will be 3 laps down. Thornhill will be 2 laps down. Harold Wilson just 10 seconds away from having a minute gap between him and Gino Zito.
Wow, that's crazy.
Saying that this is dominance is a little bit of an understatement.
Yeah, at this point, this is Gino's race to lose. And that was not going to be an announcer jinx, by the way.
I mean, this race had Gino Zito written all over it. That lack of practice that he said is not going to come into play at all.
Sounds like he needs the lack of practice every week.
At this point, yeah, after a performance like this, absolutely. Correct me if I'm wrong, but from my perspective, at least, from what I've seen, I don't think there's been a single time where a driver has led all laps in a race.
Yeah, I could probably say that's probably true. I don't think we've seen anybody as dominant as Gino's been today.
So if he does manage to complete this, that will not only be the record for him having at least one win throughout all 3 seasons, but I believe that will also be a record. Again, we can confirm this later, but I believe that will also be a record for being the only driver with 100% laps led in a race.
Charlie Jones finally gets the position on the now DNF'd Egremont. Yeah, don't want to count all my eggs in my basket. Still got a lot of miles to go. One mistake's all it takes.
Zito just absolutely maneuvering the hell out of that car.
I don't even know if I've seen this much dominance in actual NASCAR Cup Series. This is a butt whooping.
This is an SVG type level that we're seeing right now.
Yes, that's the only way to put this in perspective. There are 4 cars on the racetrack, all individually in different parts of the track.
And only 2 of them on the lead lap.
Gino now over a whole minute ahead of Harold. Yeah, if I'm Gino and I know my gap now, I'd probably back down and just ride at this point.
6 laps to go. Absolutely no pressure on that 77 whatsoever. I believe he's going to be close to even lapping Wilson here.
Yeah, he's going to come up on Charlie Jones before he gets to him, so Charlie Jones is going to go 4 laps down probably before the end of this race. They're both on the backstretch at the moment. Oh, and Charlie locks up, hits the tire barriers, still rolling, but huge mistake out of the 3. Gino's going to get him before the front stretch. Charlie Jones will officially go 4 laps down.
5 laps to go in this race. Honestly, it's just a matter of time until we see Zito just complete these last remaining laps. Honestly, let's see here. Is Dominic Luba here? I know Dominic's up here. See if we can get him up here. Dominic, can you hear us?
What up?
Dom, obviously, from what you've seen so far on the pit road side of things, this race has been very chaotic. I want to know your thoughts on how this race went and how it's going. What did you think all went wrong here tonight?
I mean, it's good to see somebody else win. I'm glad it's Gino. He's had a rough season so far after getting screwed out of Iowa by my team owner. But, you know, that's a different convo. It's good to see him come back and just whoop everybody. I'm glad he's winning.
Honestly, just stick around at this point. We're just waiting for these 5 final laps to be finished. But what chaos all around the racetrack here tonight. And I mean, we expected this. But what a level of dominance by the 77.
Oh yeah, this is some SVG level stuff. Like, it's great to see. Some sports cars overseas definitely paid off for him.
Road course racing is absolutely paying it off for him. He's going to be almost lapping P2 here.
Absolutely beautiful to see. It was such a beautiful performance he's putting on right now. It's great.
And he's going to be near
Crazy thing is,
Wilson.
it's crazy how quiet his in-car radio is. Like, just if you listen to it, not a single peep. It's just, how's the car feeling? Good. And then that's all you hear. He has full control over the car. It's doing whatever it's wanting him to.
Pure concentration into play. And we talked about 2 records being broken. If he manages to catch up to Harold Wilson, that will be a 3rd record broken. To be the only driver to win a race with everyone else being a lap or more down. He will be the only driver to be on the lead lap while crossing the finish line if he manages to get past Wilson here.
Yeah, I think the only way he's going to get past Wilson is if Wilson makes a mistake. I think Wilson has enough of a gap to be comfortable from being on the lead lap to at least finish this race.
3 laps to go.
I would have liked to see Dominic, out here finishing this race. He could have gained a lot of points tonight. All these drivers that got taken out.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right, but at the end of the day, it's better to bring the car home in one piece than, slam it into the turn 1 tire barrier.
Still a handful amount of points, though, that could be useful, especially with how little drivers there are here tonight. Two more laps to go for Gino Zito. 77 crew, Chevrolet and bottom split bandits.
Yeah, what an absolute run for Gino. Honestly, really proud of the 4 on track right now that are even able to keep it on track and stay in this race after everybody else DNF'd.
Absolute A for effort on everyone that participated in this race here tonight. I can definitely, in my opinion, say that this track here tonight was definitely much harder than Coda on round 2.
Yeah, I wasn't there to see that, but I could see how this track is super hard.
Well, here we go.
Yeah,
He's
Gino will come off turn 12.
He's just gonna have about 2 miles left. Gino Zito, white flag, 1 lap to go here at the streets of Chicago.
12 more turns for Mr. Zito.
To say that this was a dominant performance would be an understatement. This has been a record-breaking performance. This has been the most dominant performance I have ever seen in my entire life.
Onto the backstretch for the final time.
He will become not only the only driver to have at least 1 race win throughout all 3 seasons thus far, but he will also become the only driver to have 100% laps led All 38 laps conquered by the 77 Chevrolet machine of this man right here.
Through turn 11.
Over the bridge. Out of the final corner. What a record-breaking performance. Gino Zito, absolute domination to win at the Chicago Street Course.
Hell yeah, let's go. Love to see it. What a race for him.
Unbelievable.
As Charlie and Davin having a little lap down to the finish here. Not for position, just racing.
It will be Harold Wilson second. Davin Thornhill third. Charlie Jones fourth. But that is unbelievable what we just witnessed here tonight.
As the Taser guys do a little show off down the front stretch.
Perfect.
The Harold will finish now, and that'll conclude all 4 drivers on track have finished the race. As Gino has every right to burn this puppy down. As him hitting the wall there, probably the one of 3 times he's hit the wall tonight.
That has to be the most hard-earned victory I've ever seen in my life.
As it looks like all the drivers are going to burn it down on the front stretch. Wow.
That is a beautiful shot right there. Everyone's celebrating for overcoming the challenges of this race.
Yeah, I'd probably burn it down too. Just finishing the race is a victory in itself.
Oh my.
First driver to win in all 3 seasons. What a job by Mr. Zito.
I would not be surprised if he's gonna burn this down until that engine blows up.
Oh, I would for sure.
Still burning it down completely.
You got a 4-car burnout. You got a burnout square.
Oh man. He needed that.
Let's see if we can finally get these guys up in the booth.
Before we do that, let's go ahead over our race results here just quickly. I mean, my goodness. Gino Zito, absolute record-breaking domination. He is your race winner from the streets of Chicago. Harold Wilson will come home second. Davin Thornhill third. Charlie Jones fourth. And it will be Michael Agamont, Stefan Wagner, Keith Hume, and Dominic Luba rounding off the grid there. And here is how the standings will play out after that. Big changes being made. Heath Williams out of the hunt for the cup. Gino Zito in the hunt for the cup. He is going to be from P13 all the way to P8 inside the championship run here. Unbelievable performance. But let's go ahead and get him up here. And let's get these post-race interviews started. My goodness. Let's get him up here. Gino, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Gino, that is the most record-breaking dominant performance ever. Not only do you get the record for being the only driver to have at least one race win throughout all 3 seasons thus far, but you get the record for being the only driver in the history of the Shake and Bake Cup Series to have a 100% lap-led race, all 38 laps conquered by the number 77 here tonight. What are your thoughts on the race overall?
Honestly, man, it was just I knew I had to keep the car clean. I knew I had to just run my race, not worry about the pace, and just keep the car clean. I was watching Michael and my relatives, and he pitted early, and I was wondering why. We were stuck in that 4 to 7 second range for a while, and then I pitted at lap 25, and he went up, and apparently, I guess he wrecked. I'm not sure what happened to Michael. But me and Harold, man, we were talking the whole race, strategizing, just making sure we got the BSB 1-2. That's what matters the most to us, is getting a BSB 1-2. I just can't believe it. The fact that I led all those laps, it was definitely an experience. The nerves were high at the end, but we're here, and that's all that matters.
I've heard a little bit earlier, maybe today or it was this week, you said you weren't having fun driving anymore. I bet you might be having a little fun now, huh?
Absolutely, man. It's been a long few weeks for me in the racing seat, but getting this is definitely a confidence booster, and this tells me that I need to continue because I'm still there. It's just I need to push through.
Absolutely, what a record-shattering performance. That has to be the most dominant performance I've ever seen in my entire life. Congratulations on the win here at the streets of Chicago. Is there any final shout-outs that you would like to do?
Shout out to all the BSB boys, man. Harold, Chris, Davin, Michael, all of them. Wouldn't be here without them, man. They're great people. Shout out to Chevy. They gave me a great car today, a fast car at that. And just thank you to the man above, man. I couldn't be here without him either.
Alrighty. Gino Zito, you're a race winner here from the Chicago Street Course. Go celebrate that record-breaking historic victory, man.
Yeah, congrats,
Thank you,
buddy.
Thank you.
Alright, let's try and grab Harold Wilson here. He's going to be your P2 finisher here from the Chicago Street Course.
That amount.
Harold, can you hear us? Alright, got you. Harold, couldn't grab the win here tonight, but you secured the 1-2 finish for bottom split banners, which, just like Gino said there, was the initial goal here for BSB. How do you feel about the team performance overall here tonight?
Team performance tonight's been great. It's been great all season. We've been keeping it up front. We should have took the team lead back tonight. So other boys better get to it.
Alrighty, Zach, any questions?
Yeah. I mean, obviously, Gino was in a different planet today, but you think there was any way possible you could have got him?
If he would have stopped and parked it for a little bit.
Yeah, I figured that would be the only way, but
He had a couple mistakes, and I got a little bit behind. I was hanging with him. It was about a 10-second gap for a long time, and I got behind Charlie. I got slowed up a little bit, and then I spun it one time. So it is what it is. Can't complain with a P2, keeping the points lead.
That will surely boost the bottom split bandits into the team championship lead. What a performance for you. What a performance for Gino. Is there any final shout-outs that you'd like to do?
My wife and daughter, Team BSB, bringing it home tonight. I got to thank my sponsor, Bree's Brew. If you're in the Sutherland area, reach out to Bree and get you a good old cup of Joe. And Carter's mom.
Alrighty. Nonetheless, great performance here tonight. We'll see ya in the next 2 weeks after the bye week at Indianapolis.
Thank y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you too.
See you.
Alrighty, let's grab the final person here. Your P3 finisher rounding off the podium. That will be Mr. Davin Thornhill. Davin, can you come up here for us?
Yes, sir.
Davin, P3 here at the streets of Chicago. I'm gonna be guessing that this is way more than you could have probably expected here tonight, but I know we've had multiple complaints about the quality of your racing. How do you feel about the quality of your racing tonight? Was it much more calmer, or what were your overall thoughts here at the streets of Chicago?
Man, it was a third place finish, but I honestly feel like I won, man. Even spinning a few times. I mean, I couldn't ask. I mean, it felt like a breath of fresh air. You know, it felt fun. You know, the last few races, you know, you get wrecked constantly. I'm sure Gino can attest. It's just not fun, you know. Even though this was a road course and, you know, wrecks happen and stuff, this felt good. This felt like a good race. You know, I couldn't be happier for Gino. I can't think of many people that are more deserving to get that win. Man, Harold, if he had won, he's awesome on roads. He's deserving as well. Man, I do want to shout out to Charlie. Charlie and Egremont. And I know Egremont put so much time into this, and to get just to get the bad luck that he did, man, my heart goes out to him. But man, it was a good race, man. Good job to Gino.
All right. Did any of your this week any of your flying airplanes come in to contribute, help you finish third here at Chicagoland or Street?
Man, it's funny you say that, dude. I ran. It was like a 129. Man, I felt like I was in an airplane flying, and that shit was like still 2 seconds slower than Gino in practice. I mean, it's crazy. I just had a feeling. I mean, I had the only way Gino wouldn't have won this race is if he would have wrecked.
Oh,
But so good in practice. I mean, I knew it.
it was one to put down on the history books, but nonetheless, congratulations on your P3 here tonight, Davin. Is there any final shout-outs you'd like to do?
Yeah, man, my team, BSB, that was a good race. Yeah, my family, my sponsors, Integrators LLC. Oh man, this was a good one. This one felt good.
Alrighty, well,
Shout out to you too, Dwayne,
thank
and,
you
and
very
Zach
much.
for all y'all do in the booth. Sounds like you're getting a little better.
Oh yeah,
Appreciate it.
absolutely he is. Thank you very much. But nonetheless, Devin Thornhill, you're a P3 sitter here at the Chicago Street Course. Go celebrate that top 3.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
And when that, we end the night here at the streets of Chicago. Zach, how about you? You send us off.
All right. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, subscribe, and do all of the things on YouTube. And we will see you at Indianapolis in 2 weeks.
Alrighty, peace out, guys, and have a good rest of your night.